Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am very excited. I'm doing my very first coloring hashtag thing, I guess. I don't know how else to call it. But I am decided that even with 5 days left in the month, that there is no way that I cannot participate in Spacember 2025 because I am a geek and I love things, all space things. I like space things. So I got my questions, all my answers all written down, and I thought while we are talking about space, I would color in The Way Home, a galactic coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. I figured that is a perfect coloring page for this thing. And I also brought in my magnet from the Kennedy Space Center that my friend sent me from. I've had that for a long time. Usually rests comfortably on my fridge holding something of important or another. And I picked this page because he's in the ship, so it's a little bit more spacey than some of the other ones. There's a ship involved, or he's at least in something. So there's going to be a lot of gray here, probably. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. I might make it fancy. I'm not sure yet. So we'll see what we're going to do. I haven't done a whole lot of pages in this book. I've had this book for a while, and sadly I've only done a couple pages in it, which is terrible. That's like one of my favorite ones. But yeah, I've only done a couple pages, so I've had it for a bit, and it's one of those ones where I was trying to figure out what to color for this video, and I was like, I've got to have something space related. I need more space books, apparently. I don't have as many space coloring books as I thought I did. I have Alien Worlds, and I have this one. And that's really all the books I have, unless I might have some books that have space themes, like I think some of Lulu Mayo's books have some space-related pictures in them, but that's really it. So I need to step up my space game here. All right, so let's get started coloring our little guy. We all know who this is, right? Okay, cool. I don't have to explain it to too many of y'all. If you're clicking on this because of Spacember, then you know who this guy is. So. All right, so question number 1. Favorite memory related to space. So when I lived in Texas, there was and I'm sure it still goes on, I would be saddened to know if it didn't, but there is a literary convention that happens every year called Armadillo Con. And it's a sci-fi fantasy literary convention, and it's very specifically literary. So there's a lot of book-related things that happen. There's panels. There's actually a writing workshop that I participated in one year. And then there's artists and everything. But because it's Texas, one of the things that they would have is astronauts come in and give talks and do panels. And so I've met a couple of astronauts. Ask me the names of said astronauts because I can't remember. This was quite a while ago. So, but yeah, I actually have met quite a few astronauts and listened to them talk about space and exploring space, and it was really cool. So, question number 2, favorite space movie. I did not even hesitate to write this down. My favorite space movie is, I wouldn't say it's obscure, but might be off the beaten path of everyone else's responses. I don't know. But it's a movie from 1972 called Silent Running, and it starred Bruce Dern and a few other people, but it was mostly Bruce Dern. And it's about a botanist who is saving and working on keeping alive and propagating the last remaining forests of the earth in these flying biodomes in space. And it's his job to keep them alive. And there's a conflict. I'm not going to ruin the movie. I mean, it's an old movie. If you've seen it and you know what happens, but I don't want to ruin it in case you want to watch it. I think it actually would be a very important and poignant and possibly very sad movie to watch today, to be quite honest. I think it would really pack a punch if you watched it right now. with the way things are. But it has a very satisfying and sad ending at the same time. But it's a really good movie. It's very long. I remember it being a long movie. But it's really good. He has these little droids that help him keep the plants like watered and fertilized and stuff. And yeah, he talks to them mostly. You know, they're like his friends on the ship, kind of thing. It's a really good movie. But that is my favorite space movie. Favorite space TV series. This one actually was both easy and hard. I mean, if I had to rapid fire answer this question, it's going to be Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Always and forever. It is my favorite Star Trek franchise. It is my favorite TV science space-based TV series. Second runner-up to that is Farscape. Next question is favorite space coloring book or page. I'm going to say all of Alien Worlds is my favorite space coloring book. I have colored in a sadly very few pages in that book. And I'll show you when it gets to the next one of the questions what one of my favorite pages is, but it can be an intimidating book to color in. So kind of why I didn't really have a whole lot done in it so far. It's there's a lot of fun freedom in that book with it being aliens that you can just go absolutely hog wild with how you color it, and for some reason that just freezes me up and it makes me go, oh my gosh, how am I going to color this? So alright, and the next question is favorite supplies to color space. I would say that probably the pencils I'm using now, the polychromos, would be up there because of the blendability, because you want to, when you're doing space related things, especially if you're like, wanting to color galaxies and nebula and all sorts of beautifulness, you want to be able to blend all the colors together. Got to have that white gel pen to get all the stars in there. Maybe if you really want to put some shine in it, you could use some of that the dragon, what was it called? Dragonfly paint. I think it's called Dragonfly. I have some of it. It's really pretty. To get the extra sparkle in there. So my favorite colored space page is the next one, and let me give him a little pause so I can pull the book out. So of all the pages that I've colored in Alien Worlds, this one is my favorite, and I think do this without knocking the tripod all around. Hold on, let's try this way. There we go. I can kind of get it in there. There we are. It's a bit of a struggle, but I'm working on it. I like this one because I like the size of the astronaut in, with the way that the creature is just incredible. So this is probably the favorite one that I've done. My favorite one out of the book too, I think. There is another one that I almost chose, which was this one. And this sort of leans into the whole idea of you could color alien species whatever color you would like. So I just kind of went with that. So I would say those are kind of my favorite things. Question number 7 is, what do I love about the space theme? I would say probably outside of like ships, and generally ships, not always, you don't have to color them gray, but you could always do shiny black or blue or dark blue. You really can color a spaceship any color you want. It doesn't matter because there's no right or wrong way. But when you're looking at like the whole theme of space, I guess I just like the idea that the universe is so vast that there's so many different things out there. There's so many different everything. There's different planets. There's different life forms. You know, I think the whole theme too of space is just the idea that there's so much we don't know. There's so much that we haven't explored, and I think that whole idea of the unknown and is just really enticing. I think that's a big thing with me in space, is that everything is enticing. And I realized I kind of got the whole idea mixed up between coloring and actual space. So we're talking about actual space. I'm talking about being excited about, like I said, just the idea of, you know, the unknown and the vastness and just how much there's left out there to look for and look and discover. Okay, number 8, favorite space quote. It's a little long. Space is big, really big. You just won't believe how vastly, hugely, mind-bogglingly big it is. I mean, you may think it's a long way down the road to the chemist, but that's just peanuts to space. It's from Douglas Adams, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm sure once I started saying it, some of you were like, aha, I know where that's from. There was no doubt that my favorite space quote was going to come from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is one of my favorite things in the world, too. I'm just sort of, by the way, kind of doing all sorts of whatnot with this picture. Because once I have the little dude done, now I just got to figure out how I want to do this. I'm going to make this last button red. You know, that famous red button that you shouldn't push. Just going to go right here, red button. He's eyeing that red button too, see? He's looking at that red button thinking he should push it. See what happens. Okay. Question number 9 is one that I can answer this question with no hesitation pretty much every time. Would I travel in a spaceship? Yes. Yes, I would. Which is funny because I do not ride any kind of amusement park ride. I do not ride roller coasters. I get nervous when a car goes above 45 miles an hour, and that's just because I have some anxiety when it comes to being in a vehicle. But if you were going to put me in a spaceship, I would try to get over that anxiety real quick. Would I pass out after 2 seconds? Probably. Would the G's hit and I would just be gone? Yeah, probably. But I'd do it, without a doubt. Now, if a very handsomely dressed person in a blue box came to my lawn and decided they wanted to take me away, there would be no hesitation. And then number 10, what I like most about Space Timber. I have been having so much fun going through and watching videos and realizing that there are so many geeky people like me in this space. There are so many space, get it? There are so many space geeks like me in the coloring community, and it makes me so happy. And I've been enjoying seeing everybody's like colorings, and I've actually been like really excited to see what books people have, because then it makes me go, oh well, I just need these books in my life because I don't have any space books. So it's given me some ideas, and maybe I'll have book ideas for next time. And then next Space Timber, I will be able to participate by coloring a few more pictures. Now, I don't know if I'm going to finish this on camera or finish it off camera and post it on my Instagram later, but we'll do a little bit more. I'm really kind of excited to get involved in a hashtag. I remember video hashtags before, and they were a lot of fun to participate in. was a lot of fun to search the hashtag and see what everybody else was doing. I really like when people do these hashtags and they give you really great questions. So I think that's like my favorite part about it, is the talking part where you can kind of, you know, not reveal things about yourself, but, you know, give people a little bit of insight about who you are and the things you like and the things you're really into. So it was, I think that's kind of the fun thing about doing these projects, right? Is to sort of get involved and, you know, get to know other people and let other people get to know you. And that's sort of the whole big community thing, right? That's what makes community so good, is everybody gets to know everybody else. And yeah, it's really good. So I think since I've got through my questions and I have errands that I have to run this evening, because I have tomorrow off and I have things to do tomorrow, so we've got errands to run tonight. So I think what I'm going to do is sign off, finish this guy tonight, post him up on my Instagram so everybody can see him later. Make sure to put all my appropriately good tags in there. I will say I will probably not put this book too far away after this picture is done, so that I can do more, because I had forgotten how absolutely adorable this book is and how much I love Morgan O'Brien's art. I do have quite a few Morgan O'Brien books. I have Matchstick Mouse Summer, and I have all of the Chompy Fluff Monsters books, because I'm a dinosaur person. Now, if there's a dinosaur hashtag at some point, I'm going to have to get into that. So maybe I'll make a dinosaur hashtag. I don't know. We'll see. To see how that is. If there's one that occurs yearly or something and you guys know about it, like a dinosaur related hashtag, drop the information below and I'll prepare myself for the next time that comes around. And if not, maybe that's something that needs to happen in January, maybe a Jurassic January hashtag. Let me know if you like that as an idea, Jurassic January, and I could come up with dinosaur questions. The number one, of course, is going to be, what's your favorite dinosaur? It's going to be on there, so get those answers ready just in case I decide I want to do that. I've never done one before, so I may, you know, if it's already something that's been done, I'll hat tilt that to somebody else, because I'm not too sure what's involved, but maybe that's something that needs to happen. We'll see. All right, let me get one more panel piece done in this color. Then I'm going to say that this has been me having a really good time with these Space Timber questions. If you guys want to let me know what any of your answers to the questions are in the comments, please feel free. If you liked this video, please feel free to hit me with a thumbs up. If you came this way from the Space Timber hashtag, hi, my name is Declan. I color a lot and I make videos about coloring, and if you'd like that, feel free to hit subscribe. I am on the goal hunt for 50 subscribers so that I can do live colorings and chats with people. So if that's something you'd be interested in seeing in the future, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.